Good afternoon. I'm going to call the December 8th, 2015 Energy Awareness Commission meeting to order. First item of business is let's review last November's minutes, please. You probably all got these in your packets. Hopefully you've had a chance to look them over. Any comments or questions? Not, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll offer a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion's been made, seconded. Any discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, we'll move on to the current income and expense summary.
All right, well, I would lead off, and some key points this time around. The furnace cleaning rebate, looks like we have about 15,000 remaining there, and that will increase significantly. Some of this budget isn't showing our newest numbers as it goes through the end of November. The high efficiency lighting rebate, we've been discussing that, I guess, for the last couple meetings, but do have even a couple rebates that have been discussed for the following year, the 2016 year budget. So we may, in fact, start the high efficiency lighting rebate pretty strong in 2016. Energy Star rebates, so we have some funding available there as well. Although I do have quite a few Energy Star rebates that have been submitted. I think maybe people are purchasing their appliances towards the end of the year. And then under miscellaneous education, that's where our calendar funding will fall. And I estimate that there would be about 7,000 for printing and shipping costs there. And we have 10,700 remaining. So there'd be a few categories where we'd see some significant increases yet. And currently through the year, we're at about 85% spending. So I think we're well on track to be at or near that 100% spend. And that's my summary. I don't know if there's any questions.
William, I've got a question. When should we reevaluate high efficiency light rebate?
Well, usually I do that. It would be once yearly for budgeting purposes. Certainly, I guess if there was, and I think our budgeting would be, I guess budget for the 2016 year will be approved totally, or I guess the hard approval would be at the Public Utilities Commission meeting this month. So I guess if there were any changes for the 2016 budget, we'd need to speak about those right now. However, I have, believe I did increase the high efficiency lighting budget for the following year. And I'm afraid I don't have those numbers with me. I don't recall the specific amount.
Well, my fear is with the decreasing price of the bulbs, should we be entertaining decreasing our rebate as well? Because presently you can make money by buying these bulbs.
Well, and I guess I was picturing the high efficiency lighting rebate, which is probably our highest dollar amount rebate. And in those cases, that one has been capped at 100% of the cost of the lighting rebate. I have, in fact, seen one or two rebates where we have paid for the entire cost of the project, although that's rare on the high efficiency lighting side. Under our residential lighting rebate for the 2016 year, we will be moving forward with a change to that rebate program. We'll be reducing the rebate to about half the amount as this year, and we will add language stating that it's capped at the price, the purchase price of the bulbs.
Okay.
And then the overall spending limit per year for that rebate will still be $100.
Okay. Thank you.
William, do you make any exceptions, like if somebody's building a new home and they put in all LED lighting, and do you ever make any exceptions beyond that $100 to encourage them to go all LED?
We do not currently. I know actually we've increased the total dollar amount from 50 to 100 to at least assist with some of those cases. But currently there aren't any exceptions to that $100 maximum. I guess it would be possible to look at it again, maybe even increase that rebate amount to encourage people to do even more light bulbs at once. But I think the $100 per year is it covers many customers.
I just see it in the programs that we run. We do have sometimes houses that will be done, and we do make exceptions for that because, you know, they're building a new house and they're purchasing, they want to put in all LED, and you want to encourage them to do that, you know, and it just would be nice if for some, you know, if you could have language that says, in the case of a new house, that there would be an exception to allow as many fixtures as they have in their home
Okay.
or something.
Well, I could maybe review some
I think
similar
about that.
similar wording and see if that's a possible option to include.
Because we have funds, don't we? And are we going way over our funds?
Well, we are currently over our assigned funds for that particular project. Actually, in both lighting categories, we are. However, due to the generally good savings per dollar spent on lighting, I'm personally happy with those results.
And we might as well capture those savings because the state, you know, it helps us make our state goal. So if they're, you know, if we know that they're purchasing them and they're being installed in their home, and we have the funds to do so, if we could somehow find wording that would accommodate that.
Yeah, I would be open to that. I guess I'd, you know, in fact, like to do that in some cases, and I think we would just need to have the wording available in order to be able to handle those types of
Yeah.
claims.
Okay. Any other comments or questions on the conservation improvement report?
I've been gone for the past 2 months, unavoidable things, and but in September of right after the fall, the summer break, I'm not sure whether it was in energy audits or, you know, I'm just not exactly sure, but there was a motion to transfer some money from one account and add it onto another. Was that done?
That was completed, and
What was it from?
that was for and I believe that was for a future budgeting year. That was from the STEAM rebate, which actually at this point in time is no longer eligible under these funds, although for the time being we will leave some funding in there until we determine a better funding source for some smaller projects. And I believe we were moving it to the high efficiency lighting rebate fund.
So we did that then.
Yep, that is correct, and I believe that's for the beginning in the 2016 budget.
Okay.
And I spoke with our utilities accountant about that matter, and it was possible to change that.
Good.
And while some of these programs do show, you know, a negative budget, our overall budget, we're still in good shape.
Yeah.
And we do have the flexibility to take funding from one account and apply it to another.
Yep, that's good.
Okay, make a motion to approve the expense and account summary.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Very good, that'll pass. And we will move on to our calendar preview.
All right. Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Eileen Madsen, and my husband and I run an advertising agency in town, Madsen Inc., and we've been working with the public utilities for probably about 10 years on your educational materials and other marketing items. And this is the time of year where we do the fabulous rebate and conservation calendar. That actually it gets a lot of good positive feedback I've heard from a lot of people. So, and we hope that it's informative for everybody. The one that you have on your screen is slightly different than the one I have here, just because I made some changes since Friday, but nothing major. A couple items, and we can point that out as we go through. Let's see. The calendar subjects for each page, they're determined by the time of year that the rebates are available. So William and I meet and we go through, what we did last year, and we change it up for the following year. And, some of the rebates are available year-round, so they can have any month. But generally, we determine which ones make the most sense as people are looking at the calendar in front of them. Then they're aware of what rebates are available and various other conservation tips. We get the information through collaboration with the City of New Ulm, the Chamber of Commerce, Brown County Recycling, and then also Park and Rec throws in their July is their month, so we get a lot of photos and information from them. Those same entities are involved with the proofing process, so once I get the meetings from the city and the events from the Chamber of Commerce and the recycling events from the Brown County people, then it in turn goes back. It goes to William, it goes to various people at the public utilities, and then it also goes back to those same people for review, so we can make sure it's as accurate as possible. We do put a little memo in there that, things may be subject to change, because they are. Some events change throughout the year. Meetings may change. Our photos come from our photo contests that we run every year, and also various other resources that we have. Sometimes we get a lot of photos, sometimes we don't. And there's a variety of amateur and hobbyist photographers in town who we know, and we'll go directly to the source sometimes and see what they have. There's a gentleman, you can see on this January one, Doug Borstad. He has taken a lot of photos for the Chamber of Commerce, so it was kind of a gold mine of local photos from him. Our plan is to send this to press on Friday. It'll be in the mail before the end of the year. I'm just going to stop me if you want to have any questions on any of these months. Our March page is always the winners from last year for the poster contest, so they get some exposure, and people understand, and see that we are still doing that. Kids get excited about that. I'm in the process of confirming some of the events in town. I think this particular calendar has got a lot of really nice photos that are local events and people. As we go through, the September photo is different than the one that's on yours. We switched that one out. Let's see what else is different. Oh, our November article in the Good to Know at the top, we changed that from what we originally intended, is to have little history, fun facts of the public utilities. But because we weren't quite sure what those fun facts were at the time, that we thought, well, maybe this is a little bit more informative, where the energy comes from and the wind energy and so forth, unless you have other ideas, if you think facts about history and of the public utilities would be more pertinent. let us know now, because you've got a few days. You've got 3 days before it goes to press, so.
I'm very impressed with the setup on it, and
Thanks.
again, as we discussed, I believe at the last meeting, we decided to put the low-income program in January,
Mm-hmm.
highlight that, because that's the beginning of our new year.
Okay.
So, thank you for doing that.
Sure. Oh, I had a question. Oh, William and I talked about this, and I see I didn't change that yet. On our December Good to Know section, John Nisley of Brown County Recycling provided me with this really nice little brochure on all the things that people should not throw in the trash.
Mm.
But I'm thinking we should maybe move that closer to the beginning of the calendar, because there's recycling dates throughout, and if they get all the way to end of December, then that information isn't quite as pertinent, because they, then it's already, the year has gone by, and so you've missed the recycling dates. So I'm thinking maybe we should move that closer up to the beginning of the year. So people see that and realize, I'll take this to the recycling when those events arise. And those are on the calendar.
There's a typo on the word antifreeze in December, just so you know.
Pardon me?
The typo on the word antifreeze,
Oh, is there?
yeah. I just,
Well,
as I was just reading through, I just noticed.
okay. That's probably PUC. She probably already caught that. But I'm glad you pointed that out. Yeah, really, if you do take this home and you all take a look at it, if you see something, please email William and let him know, so we can.
So do you think you could take the radiant attic barriers and put that back to December, and then move that recycling up
Sure.
front?
Yeah,
I don't know.
where is the radiant?
That's
Heat
in
barrier.
February.
Okay. What do you think, William?
Yeah, actually, I think that would be fitting. I was looking for a appropriate place to do or complete the swap, and I agree that would be a good area to complete that.
Cycle. To Feb. Okay. Now, next year, we're considering, through some requests of people, a little bit earlier publication date for this. We weren't sure if we can manage that, given the other people that we're, work with for their schedules, the meeting schedules and the events and when they're, but it looked like that might be doable. Now, Lisa Pelzel at the city office said that that's already set probably in September or so, their meetings. And Sarah Warmer of the chamber, she said that would give her incentive to get things, to get other people to get their events set maybe earlier if they know it's going to be in this calendar, so that would be of benefit to them to get that to her sooner. So hopefully that's what we're going to shoot for, and see if we can get it out in November, probably before Thanksgiving.
Are there any other suggestions, changes? Anything else we need to add?
I guess I'd like to just add a comment. Guess I'd like to thank everyone who submitted their photos this year. And I agree with Eileen. I think we had quite a few great photos. And of course, like many years, I'd like to see even more people submit photos. And the larger the picture pool we have, the better. So thank you once again, and look forward to receiving more submissions next year.
Very nice.
Okay, we will be looking for our calendars.
Okay, great. Make sure you hang them up as soon as you get them.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
We'll move, got some housekeeping to do, obviously, huh? We elect a new chair and vice chair. I'm opening it up for suggestions or nominations for chair.
I think you did a good job, Bill. I'd be perfectly happy to nominate you to be chair for next year.
I would second that. How do you feel about that?
We can do this again.
Okay.
Are there any other nominations? If not, I'd entertain a motion to close nominations.
I'll offer the motion to close the nominations and nominate William Firth as chair for 2016.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody else? No. No. Okay. And a vice chair. Our vice chair right now is Sean, and I would like to nominate him as well again.
I don't have a problem with that. Be happy to do it again. Be happy to give up the opportunity if someone else wants to. But
I'll make a motion to close the nominations and nominate Sean as the vice chair for 2016.
Motion's been made. Any second?
I'll second.
And it's been seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we have our officers for next year. And that being said, well, we can't formally thank John yet because he's got a few days yet to determine whether he will serve. He is eligible to serve another term technically, and Are there any other comments or business we want to take up? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign. We are adjourned at 5:25. Thank you.